Yo, what's up? It's Duke. I'm here with another word. I just want to talk about just forging forward, not giving up on yourself, making that decision to just keep trudging along and keep going forward. I know that a lot of us get to a point where we feel like giving up. I know we get to a point where we feel like everything becomes routine. I know we get to a point where we feel like we made it to the other side, and what happened next. The main thing is to keep our eyes on the prize of what we're working for. When we engage on a weight loss journey, we have everything set on that number that we wrote down. We want to get to that number that we wrote. We want to get to that, seeing that number on the scale and see it materialize. And even though we may reach that number, when we reach that number, nothing changes. It's still just another day. It's still just another day in the process of going on. And you're going to have that question of when you do reach your goal of what's next. And, I went through that phase of being lost for I say for about a couple of months before I gave myself the more grace and then more acceptance and basically just pivoting and changing and giving yourself time to find yourself once you do reach your goal. Because once you reach that goal, it's not going to be some magical thing that happens. The magic was the process of you changing your mind and you adjusting yourself while going through the groundwork each and every day, laying that foundation, being consistent, being disciplined, and gaining that awareness of what to do next and what to do right, and building proper relationship with the foods you eat and workout that you that you take part in, and giving your body time to rest and recover, and taking time to treat and heal that mental scars, mental traumas of your past, so that you can take full control of your mind and forge ahead to what you want to achieve. That's the gift of this journey. The number on the scale is just the added bonus. That's all that it is. And once you reach that number, I want you to realize that it's okay to give yourself a break. I gave myself a break. I've been seeing a lot of people, mostly in the Reddits, when I go and I read through the Reddits, people hit their weight loss goal and they all had that feeling of being lost. I had that feeling. And what I did was I just basically took my foot off the gas and gave myself time to just celebrate and realize what I made it to. You made it to that goal. You lost with me, it was 100 pounds. I wanted to lose, 100 pounds. I was at 385 when I started, and I wanted to get to 285 or 280, what I said to myself on what I wrote down and what I achieved. And, once I reached it, it was like, what do I do now? I wasn't going back to who I was. Too many things changed. I laid the groundwork and the foundation to keep forging ahead. It was basically, what do I want to pursue next? And you don't want to fall into the process of just making goals just to make goals, just to keep yourself busy. You want to build towards things that give you fulfillment, give you joy, and give you pleasure in what you're seeking, and help you serve those who you're put here to serve and take care of and build up to help them reach their journey so they can go out and serve the people who they have to serve. So that's basically my main message and word I wanted to have with you guys today is once you achieve your goal, then what is there next? And it's okay to give yourself time, okay to pivot, okay to recognize that change. With me, it was just basically I took 3 months to just basically sit back and just give myself time to just process what went on. In that first month, it was the hardest because you're looking for, once you hit that number on the scale, you're looking for everything to change, that magical transformation for you. And once I got to that second month, then it became more of me sitting down talking with myself, kind of like how we did when we first got to the point of making the decision to start the weight loss, finding out why, then making our decision, then engaging in the journey. That second month was mostly me sorting out, well, what it is that I want to do next, Like, do I just want to keep losing the weight, keep going down in weight just to see how far you can take it? Or do you just really want to take control and do things that mean something to you? With me, I always wanted to, I always lifted heavy, so I wanted to be able to continue to lift heavy while, like shaping up my body and shaping up my physique. So I engaged in more body composition. So I just used that second month to float around and see if I can maintain my body weight, see if I can stay disciplined and do that. And I did, and it went pretty easy. Then in my third month was when I kind of like found a program for myself, or made a program for myself so that I can follow, engage in the body recomposition process. And with that, that's when I bought the food scale, and then basically I started dialing in my macros. And really just not just counting my calories and my total daily energy expenditure numbers, but also just counting my macros as well. So then I just engaged in the process of body recomposition. So it took me 3 months to get through it. For you, it may be sooner because you may know what you want to do next and what you want to get to, or maybe you're training for a marathon or something like that, or you have something in the works, or you may have something in the pipeline of all these different things you want to do, and that's great. But for the people who finished their weight loss journey and they never saw themselves achieving it, or they achieved it and it was such a massive goal from the start for them, and they became all encompassed with it, and you eat, sleep, and breathe it, kind of like I did. And once you achieve it, you're kind of like, then what is there now? What is this big goal or this big dream that I have to go after now? Where before this was the big thing, to succeed at this journey, because it was so massive and it was such a big undertaking for me that, now it's out the way and not out of the park. Then like, what can be the next thing that just is, that can push me and inspire me and drive me just like the weight loss journey was. So I'll just say, give yourself patience. Not every goal had to be this massive goal. The weight loss journey itself is just something to teach you about yourself mentally and physically, how strong you are, and test your might and push yourself. Give yourself time to adjust. Give yourself time to, make those mistakes, to get used to where you are as your current body weight before taking on that next step in your journey, whichever it may be for your fitness or your career or health or whatever it may be. Give yourself time and give yourself patience. All right, peace.